Oh, that was a nice transition. Also, like the shape here looks very much Irontomb designish, you know, the picture that I showed you before. Welcome back everyone to the channel. We are watching Phainon's trailer. It is finally time. I would say without further ado, we are diving right into this. It's going to be insane. I think they mentioned somewhere that Phainon got his own song, if I remember correctly. I don't know if I read this on Twitter or something like that. But yeah, he got, I think, his own song. Maybe they mentioned this in like the special program. Yeah, I hope this doesn't make me sad or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Let us dive in. I'm ready. It's in Japanese, by the way.
人々は言う苦難に果てがあるのなら僕こそが
That is so Kevin.
そこへ導く救世主だとだったらなぜ僕の後ろには
Absolutely
何もない
nothing.
んだ
Oh God.
自分のために生きるのも悪くないそれは願いと呼べるのかな
Wait, I'm so sorry. I'm going to cry. The number in the beginning was a lot. It was, I don't even know, it was a lot, right? Why am I starting to cry? That is so sad. Like, these are like, I think, past shots, right?
決着をつけるならば立って拳を握れ
Is the Flame Reaver like the first version of like Phainon? Oh God.
どうして
Or maybe it's his trial.
お前が彼らを奪っていく
Oh, that was a nice transition. Uh-huh.
エリシオンのファイナル
Oh, Naxa. Wait, I'm so sad. Oh my God. Oh God. Wow.
Moshi, これが終わりでないなら僕は歩み続けよう旅の果てをこの目で見届けるまで
I don't know what to say.
屈しはしない絶対に
Wow. Okay. uh I that was actually a lot. You know, I usually like pause a lot, but what happened? I uh, okay, I'm a little bit overwhelmed and I don't know what to say, but I do want to watch it again. Although I think it is so sad and I'm so sad right now. Like the struggles that he is facing, and I don't really think that he's aware of what he really is. And look at that huge number. What is that? 33,550,336? That's a huge number. I think that might be the circle that we are in now. I don't know, like the number changed. Like we added like one circle to like the beginning number, right? Because in the beginning it's at 5 here and now it's like 6. That shot is so creepy, by the way, because that doesn't really look like Phainon. And I don't know, like the little flashbacks, like everything repeated itself in some kind of way, but different, you know? Like the scene with like Me-Day, we saw that before, but it looked different. Like all of them were fighting like at the same place. We saw like Hyacinth in the beginning here, right? Crying and healing the people. They were all together. Like they were literally fighting together. I don't know how this is possible, especially like if this shows us like what's to come in some kind of way. Or maybe this is just like the trial that Phainon is facing, but then the number doesn't make any sense. I think the music went crazy. I think like his like, I don't want to say like Sailor Moon transition, but every transition from characters, it just reminds me of like Sailor Moon, even though it wasn't that like magical girl transition with like Phainon. But that was so great. I really want to watch it again, and that's what we are doing because why not? I'm so stunned by the visuals and what happened and like the internal conflict. But before we are heading in again, I want to see. There was one shot, I can't really remember where it was, where we had like a glimpse of the Flame Reaver face. I think it was somewhere. I don't know anymore. Like, and he burned the Flame Reaver here with his own blood, which is insane. So he was basically dying, but at the same time, like him getting stabbed and dying was somehow the moment to like trigger his transition to like the Lord Ravager, I guess, or whatever he is. Okay, I got the shot. So, oh, wait, this looks like a broken version of him. See, I said that I think the Flame Reaver doesn't really have a full face, right? It looks like Phainon, but also it looks like something broke out of a shell, right? So the shell is like cracking here. There are just only small like bits, and like Phainon is like pulling himself out of this shell. We still don't know anything about the Flame Reaver though, so it is supposed to be like Chaos or Kevin Phainon. But it looks more like the shell that was kind of left behind, you know, whenever like Phainon was like transitioning into this. I think this is the only shot where we have him like close. See, and also like the head is a little bit broken. It looks more like a broken statue, you know. So maybe someone created the Flame Reaver as like this broken shell, just it is just a broken shell, probably filled with like memories of like past Phainon, right? But yeah, let us go back and we will watch it again. I will probably pause, but I was too stunned to like do it in the first time. Okay, here we have the number. They have like one. Oh, we didn't really see. Wait, what did he say? Sorry. If suffering has an end, wait, what? They say. Then I will be the deliverer. But only he brings an end to the suffering. But what does that mean? Does that mean... I mean, some of the shots really look like Nanook's description that he wants to like get rid of everything in the world because he thinks like living beings are not worthy, especially humans are not worthy, right? Because they are a failure to the universe, and that's why he wants to eradicate like every planet in the universe. Absolutely nothing. That's a Glaya.
仕立て屋を開くつもりです。
自分のために生きるのも悪くない。
普通の人になりたいです。
それは願いと呼べるのかな。
Why is this so sad? You know, like this, and that's why I love him for is it's so tragic that it triggers so many emotions. And like Phainon being the world bearer, I don't think Phainon was ever made for this. You know, like from the first time we encountered Phainon, he was always like struggling with being the deliverer. He was a child, he didn't want to be a deliverer, right? And then after like losing all his friends, he stepped into this role with like shouldering the death of so many. And I don't know if he will like regain his memories during like the trial. You know, we still don't know if this is just another cycle or if this is his trial testing him in some kind of way, you know, repeating the past, putting him into so much suffering. It's insane. It's incredibly sad to watch this.
決着をつけるならば立って拳を握れ。
Bro, and like Phainon said, oh, I'm not doing the revenge thing anymore, but he does, right? He's always like, okay, then face me, come on. He always wants to fight the Flame Reaver, and I think that's like what's stuck with him. This like small flaw that he has as the deliverer in some kind of way. It's like crazy, and like seeing that everyone is like dying again, you know, Mide getting stabbed again. Why are you showing this? Look at him. I'm sorry, but look at him. It must be so hard. You know, like, how can you be without a flaw if you have to encounter all of this, like, over and over again? I really like the music in this, though. This shot. He looks amazing. And the transition to it, can we go back? And the music that is playing, I don't know, it's just so sad. Take them all away from me. Ah, poor Phainon. And look at that. That was a great shot.
救世主が必要ないといいのに。
エリシオンのファイナル。あなたの理想。
What is your dream? Is that his dream? Ugh. Why is this so heartbreaking? Come on, fine. He's my favorite version of Kevin, okay? He's such a kind soul, you know, and he has so many regrets. His soul is like kind of tainted with these like bad emotions, and I feel like the breaking point will Phainon be able to overcome this, you know, and grow, or will he fall into the destruction? Because didn't they say like in the fables about the stars, it's either his coronation or like calamity or something like that. I can't really remember like the exact words, but something like that. Yeah, I hope we can turn him to the point where he will be like maybe the first Lord Ravager that is like on our side, you know? The music is so great in this. I love how they are showing that he's fighting, you know, and then we have like these shots. Because Anaxa asked him, what is your wish? And I think that's just telling us what his wish is. Like fighting with Mide, being like the hero, you know, the children laughing, you know, peace and quiet. I think that's what he wants for the people. The shots are really great in this, and it's so sad. But Wait, is he saying, wait, maybe I'm just wrong. He says, in truth, I want, and then the world is burning. Am I right about the revenge thing? I always had the feeling that he couldn't let go of like getting revenge of the Flame Reaver. And I feel like after he loses everything, he just wants to get his revenge and burn the world. Right? Crazy. But see how his blood is burning everything. The shots are insane. The music and the transition, I'm sorry, we have to go back. Like, this is... We can watch it again after this if you want, but I want to go back. Like, the change in the music, it kind of fits, like, for the transition of him, like, breaking the shell and, like, transforming, you know, in this, like, destruction, like, entity, like a Lord Ravager or whatever. Didn't the... Wait, I'm sorry. Doesn't this... Wait, where is it? I want... Bro, I want this shot. Doesn't this look like... Wait. Doesn't this look like this Irontomb thing? I wanted to read that in another video, and that's why I had this open, but doesn't this look like that? So are you telling me that he's Irontomb? I just read the Irontomb thingy, and because if I remember correctly, didn't it describe that Irontomb can destroy worlds even if like Irontomb itself is not on the planet or something like that? That is crazy. That just looks like it. The way he just rips himself. The transformation is crazy. He looks so good. Crazy. Until I witness the end of this journey. Wait, is he destroying Amphorius? What is this shot though? Wait, I didn't notice it. I just thought like him sucking in the black tide is just cleansing the planet. But in the end, he just blew up Amphorius, right? And somehow this looks like a new Era Nova. So he has to destroy Amphorius to like start it anew? Or what? And then the number changed. But how is everyone back then? I don't know if that is really our cycle, but it feels like it. Phainon like fighting against the Flame Reaver, and in order to like defeat him, he summons like this huge destruction thing, and he's like unleashing it here. And everything is just dying. So in order to reset like the cycle, he has to kill it. Isn't that insane? Because this shot feels like it. This shot feels like, okay, I have destroyed everything. Let's start anew. I want to watch it one last time. One go. I know this is a little bit longer than expected, but I really want to watch it again. I think this is a great trailer for Phainon.
人々は言う苦難に果てがあるのなら僕こそがそこへ導く救世主だと
There are so many flashbacks to like 3.0 like
だったらなぜ僕の後ろには何もないんだ
全てが終わったら仕立て屋を開くつもりです
自分のために生きるのも 悪くない。
普通の人になりたいです。
それは願いと呼べるのかな。
Why is that not a wish?
決着をつける。ならば立って拳を握れ。
It's still so sad.
どうして。
I feel so bad for Phainon.
お前が彼らを奪っていく。
世界に救世主が必要ないといいのに。
Ah, Elysia.
エリシオンのファイナル。あなたの理想は。そうか。僕はただ。
He really looks like Irontomb in the pictures. Why is the music so loud though?
もしこれが終わりでないなら僕は歩み続けよう。旅の果てをこの目で見届けるまで運命なんかに屈しはしない。絶対に。
It's crazy that he's kind of holding the mask. I'm not sure if that also indicates that he, with like Cyrene's help, might be transitioning into the Flame Reaver in some kind of way. Because he's still on the destruction side, and if a new cycle starts, he should be reborn. But what I don't understand is, like, why are we still resembling, like, our friends, like Mide, Caceres, and all the others, as the same people that we know? Because shouldn't they be different in every cycle? So Phainon shouldn't look like Phainon every time, right? Because we know that Polixia was, like, actually Thanatos, right? And then we had like Circes and Gonaus, right? The Nicador type. They all looked like different from what our Crisis heirs looked like. So even if he starts a new cycle, they shouldn't look the same, right? Except if we like turn back time. I really think we are starting a new cycle, but why would everyone look the same? I don't know. And also like this form here doesn't look like Phainon at all, you know? And I really feel like after they introduced like the Lord Ravagers to us, I really feel like that Phainon is Irontomb, right? The symbols in his transition like screamed Irontomb. Also like the shape here looks very much Irontomb designish, you know, the picture that I showed you before. But yeah, that's it for my reaction. It was actually really sad. It's like early in the morning and I'm already like nearly crying. Great start into the day. But I really liked it. It had great music, great visuals. I'm so excited to dive in. I'm so excited to see this story. And I don't know, guys, I've talked enough. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. As always, thank you so much for watching and for stopping by. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.